and welcome in to Where the 99 Lead. It's a program brought to you by the University of Pikeville, where we talk all things regarding the University of Pikeville. It's an exciting place to be, and now we step into the Admissions Corner. Joined today by special guest Gary Justice, Director of Admissions at the University of Pikeville. Gary, welcome in once again.
Hey, thanks for having me, Andrew. Always a pleasure.
Always a pleasure to have you. And as Director of Admissions at the University of Pikeville, I think we need to give folks some history of Gary Justice today. Not just Director of Admissions at the University of Pikeville, but let's talk about your journey. Let's talk about Gary Justice arriving on campus at then Pikeville College, because this is where the 99 lead. They once led up those steps onto campus for Gary Justice. Let's talk about that.
Well, being a Johns Creek High School graduate, of course, some of the viewers may not know where Johns Creek High School is at, now part of Pike Central. I was given an opportunity to come to school and also play baseball at Pikeville College, as most of our students at the University of Pikeville are involved in some type of athletics. The same journey for me, too. Being a first-generational student, it was overwhelming.
Sure.
But the folks at Pikeville College, being a small school, put their arms around me, guided me in the right directions, and God bless Howard Roberts, because he put me in that journey to get me that baccalaureate degree at that Bachelor's of Business Administration. Now, obtaining my Master's of Business from the University of Pikeville as well, Andrew.
And a few years mixed in between. Of course, picking up your bachelor's degree.
Yes, sir.
Also a Hall of Fame career at the then Pikeville College on the baseball diamonds. One of the, I would have to say, one of the best to ever wear the black and orange on the diamonds that ever stepped on the mound. Gary Justice, now back as Director of Admissions. How long have you been back on campus?
I've been back on campus. This is my third year back on campus. After graduation, I did spend a couple of years in the financial aid office. After that, I had an opportunity with Gary C. Johnson's law office. I spent 5 years with Mr. Johnson, and then went on to the pharmaceutical world for about 10 years. And then when Governor Patton took over and Mr. Hurley came in play, and I saw that the university was going to new heights, and I saw an opportunity where I can give back to my community and help educate those first-generational students like I was. When Mr. Hurley gave me that phone call, I was more than happy to take the phone call and come back to the Hill.
A little history of where the 99 has led for Gary Justice. Up the steps, down the steps, and a return visit, and who knows where we go from there, but it will be exciting steps regardless. Also joined today by UPike Admissions Counselor Haylee Combs. Haylee, welcome in once again.
Thank you.
I know your journey doesn't go back decades like Gary's does. Okay? But I know you share a similar journey because you also were a student at then Pikeville College. Let's talk about your journey when you first took those steps up those 99 to arrive on campus for the first time. Your history on campus.
I came as a 2000 graduate of the June Buchanan School, very small school.
Sure.
Wanted to go to a small school. Wasn't one of those students. Wanted to stay close to home, only about an hour away from home, what I call home. Didn't want to go to a large university, and my junior and senior year of high school, I had been taking dance classes at the college. So I kind of had an idea of the college. Coming my senior year, I got a little bit, wanted to know more about programs, those sort of things. So I came in 2000, came not knowing anyone. None of my friends came. But I made friends quickly, and like Gary said, at the time, Pikeville College kind of embraced me and led me to the right people, and now that's why I am glad that I'm in the position that I am now. I want to help the students now. I want to embrace them and get them to those particular people, financial aid, dorm director, whomever it may be, and help those students obtain their degree and do well.
It's where the 99 lead today. The Admissions Corner, Gary Justice, Director of Admissions, Haylee Combs, an admissions counselor, and both of you graduated from then Pikeville College. The University of Pikeville, of course, now in its second year, just graduating its first class. But you were both graduates of Pikeville College, which is now the University of Pikeville. Haylee, what's it like now to help a student, a prospective student, an incoming student through the admissions process at the school you attended?
It's very rewarding, number one. But also I see, since I have graduated, since I was a student here, and how much it has grown.
Sure.
It has grown leaps and bounds. We have the new now Cole building for the medical school, getting a new cafeteria. You know, the student, the number of students have grown tremendously since I was a student here, and it's very rewarding to help those students and lead them in the right direction in whatever concern or problem that they may have. And that's why I'm here, is to help those students find who they need in order to get their questions answered and to do well.
You came from a small high school, did not want to attend a large university, wanted to attend college on a small campus, and Pikeville College at that time was that. Pikeville College has grown. It's now the University of Pikeville. New dorms, new buildings, several more students on campus. But is it still a small college for those that are looking for that experience?
It is, most certainly. We still have that family feeling on campus, where, you know, if you go to a larger school, you're more of just like a number. Our faculty and staff here, they know you personally. Still, you know, we'll have lunch with some of my professors in the cafeteria.
Sure.
We will, you know, laugh from back when I was a student, and you know, seeing how it has changed, how the university has changed, things that have changed on campus, and I'm just honored to be a part of that. In that, but we have so many students now that it's not like big schools where they have so many that you don't know your professors, you don't know the other students on campus. We still have, like I said, that family feeling on campus.
Gary Justice, you go a little further back in history to earlier days on the Pikeville College campus, and I'll say much earlier, way
much earlier
than Haylee ever arrived on campus at the university. And sadly, I remember those days. But talk about your role as director of admissions. You were a student, you were an athlete, you got your bachelor's degree, and then you saw the excitement taking place, and you came back to your alma mater. And I would imagine, knowing Gary Justice as I have for decades, part of the reason you came back was so that you could help those that were entering that process. As director of admissions, you interact with students on a daily basis, year-round, from across the Commonwealth. How does being a graduate, how does that affect your role as director of admissions?
Well, it makes my role a lot easier, being because I have those stories to tell. Several of the professors that I had going to school at the University of Pikeville College is now still teaching at the University of Pikeville. So when we have those students come on campus, those prospective students, we can get those with those professors to speak to them about the business program,
Sure.
about the medical program, or about the nursing program. We know those professors personally, so we can get those students to talk to those professors who will be teaching them to get their degree. And you mentioned the athletics. It's something that I'm very proud of, is we've expanded our athletic program. Not from at the University of Pikeville, athletics is different than the University of Kentucky, University of Louisville. It's not a money-making program. It is an opportunity for students to participate in something, to learn life lessons outside of high school.
Sure.
And also earn scholarship money as well. And some of the lessons that I learned from playing baseball, I didn't realize it at the time. You know, sometimes I thought the coach was kind of mean, making us get up early in the morning and go run the 99 steps. But now I learned he was teaching us hard work. And if we want something, to achieve something, you got to put in the time. The same thing with the college education. Even though we're a small school, college is still going to be tough. It's different than high school, and students have to be sure to put in the time in order to achieve that degree. And with athletics, that can be done.
A lot of excitement on campus with the addition of new athletic programs. Of course, still somewhat celebrating, embracing a national championship with the University of Pikeville basketball program, and a recruiting class that is excitement building. A lot of folks looking forward to a return trip to Kansas City with the excitement around the program. New programs coming into place. That brings new students with it as well. The fall semester is soon to be getting underway. August 20th, I guess, first day of classes. And if someone would still like to enroll at the University of Pikeville, maybe they changed their mind. They graduated high school in May, and they had their sights set on something else. They've changed their mind. Or maybe someone's been out of school for a while, and they would still like to attend the University of Pikeville. Is there still time to enroll?
Sure. We have one SOAR session left, August the 9th and 10th, I believe. Our transfer date is August the 7th for SOAR, and that's where they come and can complete their whole registration process. They can apply, get all of their transcripts. High school, we need an official high school transcript, test scores, ACT or SAT scores. We need all of their college transcripts, as even if they've taken maybe one college class while in high school. We need all of those college transcripts as well. But it's not too late. We also have open registration on August the 16th and 17th before classes begin as well. So as long as they get everything in before August the 16th or 17th, they can very well start classes on the 20th.
And if it was a situation, a student maybe who graduated and had their mind set, I want to go to a big university. I've got to get out of this town, and I'm going to head somewhere else. They already have that paperwork completed. It would be a very simple process to get it and to get it to the University of Pikeville. You mentioned SOAR, and Gary, you and I have talked about the SOAR program in detail early in the summer, I guess, before the program started. Let's talk about what SOAR is. One session remaining for students this year. First, what does the acronym stand for? And what happens with the student and parents during the program?
Well, the SOAR program is a great program for the students, and Britta Gibson does a wonderful job on our campus. But what SOAR stands for is it's Student Orientation Academic Registration. It's a 2-day program when students come in to get oriented with the campus. We have everybody from every department, from cafeteria to academic advisors to financial aides to student success to dorm directors being on campus during that orientation period. And then the second day, Andrew, they actually register for the class for the fall semester. So when August 20th comes and they're ready for class, they don't stand in long lines. They know what classes they got. They know what time the classes will begin. They've already got their books. They hit the ground running.
The SOAR program, one-stop shopping, and as we've talked in the past, we go back to the dark ages. Maybe when I first stepped on a college campus and registration was an ordeal for a college freshman. You've made it easy, not just for college freshmen, but transfer students as well can take part in the program. Registration, financial aid, everything's taken care of, and it takes a lot of those first day fears out of the equation for when the fall semester starts. They can hit the ground running.
And what I like about these sessions, Andrew, they're smaller sessions. We limit it to 72 students, and it's not to try to be selective or mean or that type of thing. It's just a smaller setting for those students. They can mingle with some other freshmen coming in, maybe make some friends. A lot of times you hear about romances even starting, boyfriend, girlfriend. And
They've got to start somewhere.
Yes, and Mr. Hurley tells a funny story. And so if you ever had him on Where the 99 Leads, be sure to ask him about his freshman orientation as well. But it's a great setting where they can mix and mingle with students. We have a lot of great activities outside the orientation and registration. We have a lot of games they can play during the evening. We feed them dinner, feed them breakfast the next day. We have bus tours of Pikeville for the parents. Maybe a parent come from out of town, don't know a lot about the city. We show them around town, give them some historical markers. And now with the Hatfield-McCoy mini-series being on, there are a lot of interest about some questions about the Hatfield-McCoys as well.
Part of that Hatfield-McCoy tour actually lands on campus at the University of Pikeville. The SOAR sessions, not just a time for parents or a student to fill out registration forms, financial aid forms. They're not pinned down to a desk completing those type of forms, but a lot of activities, a lot of questions answered, and just taking some of that first day, those nerves out of the equation, allowing them to acclimate and become comfortable with the people and the place of the University of Pikeville.
But it gives a chance to get faces with names.
Sure.
So when the students come in, also parents, when they're coming in, they're sending off their son or daughter to our university. They get an opportunity to speak with Governor Patton if they'd like to, or if they have some questions about financial aid, if they have questions about what dorm they're going to be staying in, that type of thing. They actually can talk person to person with somebody themselves as well. And also the parent, who is a big part of the process as well. I mean, they're with their student while they're registered for the classes, so they see what their son or daughter is going to be taking and give them some advice. You know, hey, you'll be playing a sport, you're going to be having early morning practice, late afternoon practice, give some advice as well. So it's a family atmosphere for sure during the SOAR program. And
one of those last steps for parents, that last clip of the umbilical cord.
Yes.
Because they'll be leaving home very soon. It's Where the 99 Lead, brought to you by the University of Pikeville. I'm Andrew Joyce, joined by Gary Justice, Director of Admissions, and Haylee Combs, an admissions counselor at UPike. And Haylee, let's talk about a transfer student. If someone's interested in transferring to the University of Pikeville and they haven't started the process, what is the process? What do they need to do today as they're tuned in?
It's not too late, first of all. A transfer student basically needs everything just like a freshman would, except maybe a few extra transcripts.
Sure.
We need the application, which they can complete online,
right,
at upike.edu. And if you go on there, all of my information is under admissions, under transfer students. They can contact me if they have any questions at all. They need the application, they need their official high school transcript, test scores, which may be ACT or SAT, and we need all of their college transcripts. Maybe if they took a dual credit class in high school, maybe just one class from one particular college,
sure.
We need that as well. So we need all of their college transcripts. Our SOAR date for transfers, again, is August the 7th. They just have to come a half a day.
Okay.
They don't have to do all of the orientation that freshmen do. But that's August the 7th. They either get to choose a morning session or an afternoon session. So as long as they have everything in by August the 7th, they would be ready to go through SOAR and ready for classes on August the 20th.
We want to talk about those SOAR dates again that are still upcoming before we leave today's show. Gary Justice, let's talk about open registration for the fall semester. The dates, again, August 16th and 17th.
That's a Thursday, Friday, August 16th and 17th.
If you've never heard from a student, you have no idea that a student exists, and they decide August 15th they want to attend the University of Pikeville, is that what happens? They show up on the 16th?
They can show up. That's what we plan for, is that type of student. And we have it set up as a mini SOAR. What they do, they show up at the booth auditorium. We have everybody they need right there. They can fill out their application. Let's say somebody's not filled out the first.
Right.
They just walk off the street. We have applications. We have financial aid counselors there to help them complete their FAFSA for their financial aid. We try to help track down transcripts for those students. So the 16th and 17th of August is a very busy day up on the Hill for us, but it's a very exciting day too, because usually we have anywhere from 75 to 100 students come through open registration, and we see that we're making a difference for those students, and we see the value that we bring to those students as well. And the open registration is a very easy process. Sometimes it could be a little bit of a longer day, especially if they have a lot of transcripts, but it is one-stop shop. So that student can walk off the street on August the 16th and begin classes on August the 20th.
Wow. Making it simpler for a student. If someone wants to attend the University of Pikeville, there are people there to help. And I think that's what's important about this program, is we call it the Admissions Corner, as we talk about all things admission and, of course, the fall semester. Haylee Combs, the admissions process is something that's worked on all year. When classes are in session, you invite students to come in, take part in classes, overnight stays. They can truly experience what a University of Pikeville student experiences, and they're given those opportunities for seniors. How does that work for maybe someone who will be a high school senior and they'd like to take part in that? They haven't made up their mind yet about the fall semester, which would be 2013.
A lot of students, I think that helps them decide where they want to go to college. Like you said, that gives them that U-Pike student feeling.
Sure.
They get to interact. They get to talk with students right on campus, asking them how they like it, what they like about it, what they don't like about it. But we have dorm rooms set aside for them, called our showrooms, that they can come in. They can come with a friend. They can come with their family and spend the night overnight. We will feed them in the cafeteria. If they want to sit in on a class or two, we can arrange that for them. If they want to talk to a coach, if they want to play a particular sport, maybe they want to be in band or be in the choir,
Sure.
they can talk with them as well. We try to let them speak with financial aid, give them, again, connect the name with the face, and give them that U-Pike student feeling when they're on campus, so they really know what it would be like if they were to become a Bear.
It's a great way to experience the campus, and for a high school senior to make that decision, because it truly can be a life-changing decision. And for 17, 18-year-old kids and their parents, it's a tough decision to make. You're tuned to Where the 99 Lead. We talk all things University of Pikeville. Today, the Admissions Corner, as we talk with Gary Justice, the Director of Admissions at the University of Pikeville, Haylee Combs, an admissions counselor, and we'll step out and take a break. When we come back, the newest member of the admissions team at the University of Pikeville, and we'll tell you how you can find out more information about the upcoming fall semester. If you'd like to enter the registration process and prospectively be a U-Pike student, when we return, we've got all the details. You're tuned to Where the 99 Lead.
So you're finishing your studies at a community college in southeastern Kentucky. Most people believe they have to pack up and leave home to get an affordable bachelor's degree. Good thing you're not most people. Stay home and finish your education at the University of Pikeville. You can even complete your degree at the community college campus you've already been attending. It's your time, your university. You're already so close. U-Pike. Visit k4cs.upike.edu for more information and eligibility requirements.
Welcome back in to Where the 99 Lead. We talk all things University of Pikeville, and today the Admissions Corner, joined by Gary Justice, Director of Admissions at the University of Pikeville. And as promised before the break, we meet the newest member of the team at the University of Pikeville Admissions Office, Elisa Reed. Welcome in.
Thank you very much.
And we have to talk about it because you were a student at the university. First of all, why choose the University of Pikeville as a student?
Well, like Haylee, a current admissions counselor, I graduated from a very small school as well. There were only 10 in my senior class.
Wow.
So, familiar with the small school setting, I loved the teacher-to-student ratio. I loved how you could feel comfortable in class and feel free to ask questions. So, coming to University of Pikeville, I absolutely loved it. I loved the community. I loved the teachers. Just feeling so welcome and open arms, I thought it was just wonderful.
And now a member of the admissions team, you've chosen to begin your career
Yes,
at
sir.
the University of Pikeville. Why so?
Because I just love the school. Like I previously said, I just think it's a wonderful environment, and having admission counselors that helped me before to guide me to a certain advisor, a certain financial aid person, they just really welcomed me, and I felt so comfortable. So I would like just to step in their shoes and to help students like they helped me.
The University of Pikeville, while now a university, not Pikeville College as it was in Gary's day or back in the day, it's grown. It's exciting. It's gotten larger, new construction, new dorms. But I've always heard grads and alums talk about it, and even faculty, that there's a family atmosphere, that once you land on campus, you become a part of the family. Is that still true today?
Yes, sir. I sure do. Since working here just for 1 week, I've seen past professors, and I run up and grab them a hug, and they still know who I am. They know my personality, and they say, "Oh no, there she is." So it's just a wonderful feeling being back here.
It truly is a family atmosphere at the University of Pikeville. As we talk about Where the 99 Lead, of course, the program, I'm asked from time to time, what does that title mean? And Gary Justice, you and I have talked about it before, and of course those historic 99 steps that lead from downtown Pikeville to the University of Pikeville campus. And we talk about that, your first journey. heading to campus as a incoming freshman. But we also talk about where the 99 lead, and that leads from campus back into the world and back into the community, and that's what we're seeing now with Elisa. She graduates, she heads off the 99 back into the world, back into the community, and then sometimes where the 99 lead is back to campus as a career.
The thing is, Andrew, now with our admissions team, every admissions counselor we have is a graduate of Pikeville College or the University of Pikeville.
That's important.
It is very important to tell those stories, but also I see not just working at the University of Pikeville, but you go around town, you look see how many people who's a graduate of Pikeville College working in a bank, working at the post office, working at a restaurant and management, or whatever it may be, working at the hospital. So now that for those running around campus as students, we walk back down the 99 steps back into the community and giving back, not only with the knowledge of Pikeville College or the University of Pikeville, but also this importance of getting that college education.
Of course, we've talked in recent shows about new opportunities for students in the Kentucky Cole County College Completion Scholarship, K4CS, the scholarship for the 9 coal-producing counties, and the scholarships available there for someone to complete their bachelor's degree. That's new scholarship money. Let's talk about financial aid for UPike students, because there is a tremendous percentage of students on campus year in and year out that receive financial aid. Is that still true? Is there still financial aid available if someone wanted to attend the University of Pikeville this fall?
97% of our students at the University of Pikeville receive some sort of financial assistance, and that could be through a federal and state aid. It could be through an academic scholarship, athletic scholarship. Also could be they participate in the band, chorus, academic team. Yes, that's still true as far as our students receive a lot of scholarship money. And the best thing to do is to get with our financial aid team to see what's available to them. Also, if they're interested in playing a sport, let's get them with that coach as well. Our job at the University of Pikeville is to bring education to Central Appalachia.
Sure.
So we are going to do everything we can to keep the cost of education down for these students, which is a blessing with what Governor Brashear did with the K4CS fund. But if we on our undergraduate side during that freshman and sophomore year for those students, if we can get them in touch with a coach, maybe they just want to be a manager on team, maybe they don't have time to dedicate to being the player on the team practicing the game, but they can participate in some role, we can give them scholarship money also as well.
97% of all students
It's a lot of people.
Some type of financial aid. And we talked about the K4CS scholarship. It's not based on need.
No.
It's not based on whether you can hit a curveball. It's not based on whether you can hit a jumper, you can sing, you can do a backhand spring. It's not based on your ACT score, but simply if you're from one of the coal-producing counties. That money's out there. Also, there are other financial aid opportunities as well. First step, they've got to have the FAFSA completed. Is that correct?
Yes, sir. What happens, Andrew, it shows on the FAFSA gives you an eligibility for, which the FAFSA is FAFSA. That's free application for federal student aid. See if they qualify for a federal Pell Grant. Also, see if they qualify for, there are 2 different types of state grants. You have the KTG, which is the Kentucky Tuition Grant,
right,
and also the College Access Program, which is called CAP for short. But also they qualify for KEYS money, which is based upon their GPA and ACT score from high school. So you look, that's 4 different categories that we've already named where a student can receive money from, not counting academic scholarships, or once they get that, if they're from the 9 coal-producing counties, that scholarship money that will kick in as well.
If someone wants more information about financial aid, who do they call? Where do they go to?
Well, our good friend Judy Bradley, who does a wonderful job for the University of Pikeville. She's the Director of Financial Aid, 606-218-5254.
And Gary, if someone wants more information about registration, whether they're an incoming freshman, a transfer student, or someone who's looking to complete their bachelor's degree, how can they find out more?
Just call the Office of Admissions, 606-218-5251.
There you go. Gary Justice, the Director of Admissions at the University of Pikeville. Always our pleasure, sir.
Thank you very much. Good time to be a Bear.
It is. It's the Admissions Corner and the newest member of the admissions team at the University of Pikeville. Welcome back to UPike, Elisa
Thank you
Reed.
very much.
You've been tuned to Where the 99 Lead, talking all things University of Pikeville. It's your time, your university, UPike.